Next on Worcester News Tonight, a local police chief speaking out on whether or not he believes teachers should be armed in schools. Plus, a toast to Worcester on the eve of what would be its 170th anniversary as a city. Good evening and thank you for joining us. I'm Anna Botari. Following the Parkland gun massacre, President Trump proposed the idea of arming teachers in schools. It's received its fair share of criticism, but Auburn Police Chief Andrew Sluckis says he supports the idea. Chief Sluckis says he would support any school employee who is willing and capable to carry a firearm. He says it has worked on airline flights and doesn't see why it wouldn't work in schools.
The bullet coming from a gun, whether it be a school teacher or a custodian, is no better or no more or less powerful than one that I have. I think it'd be a great idea. I think it could save a lot of lives.
According to the Telegram and Gazette, Oxford Police Chief Anthony Saad says he's not opposed to licensed, competent, capable, trained individuals who are teachers carrying a firearm in school. Meanwhile, President Trump again called for raising the minimum legal age to purchase all guns to age 21 during a meeting with lawmakers on guns and school safety Wednesday. New tonight, Walmart announcing they're raising the age restriction for purchase of firearms and ammunition to 21 years old. The company says they're also removing items from its website resembling assault-style rifles, including non-lethal airsoft guns and toys. In the statement, Walmart says, in light of recent events, we've taken an opportunity to review our policy on firearms sales. We will update our processes as quickly as possible to implement this change. Earlier today, Dick's Sporting Goods announcing they will no longer be selling assault rifle weapons altogether at the stores. The decision coming after the school shooting in Florida. Our Rosalind Flaherty has the details.
In the wake of the school shooting massacre in Parkland, Florida, Dick's Sporting Goods announces Wednesday they will no longer sell assault-style rifles and high-capacity magazines. They will also ban the sales of all guns to anyone under 21.
As we looked at what happened down in Parkland, and we were so disturbed and saddened by what happened, we felt we really needed to do something.
Dick's CEO Edward Stack telling Good Morning America the decision will go into effect immediately. Some customers outside the Millbury store seem to agree with the company's move.
It's a good thing. I don't think anybody needs an assault rifle.
The less accessibility people have to firearms, the better. And I think it's a great decision by them.
Stack also revealed Nicholas Cruz, who was charged with killing 17 students using an AR-15 assault-style weapon, bought a shotgun at a Dick's store in November, but it was not used in the shooting. Auburn resident Tim Darwell has 2 children in school and is proud the retailer would do something to try to keep kids safe.
The money they make off of these nationwide is probably a substantial amount of money, and for them to take them off the shelves and stop selling them on behalf of, what happened in Florida and, to protect our kids is a great idea.
And some hope the move will have a snowball effect, helping to end gun violence.
I think that any time that private industry can make these kinds of decisions, it helps us with getting sensible legislation filed and maybe passed.
Rosalind Flaherty, Worcester News Tonight.
Senator Michael Moore and Representative Linda Dean Campbell have filed legislation to strengthen protections for people with disabilities. The bill would require the Department of Developmental Service to establish a registry of former employees, specifically employees who have been terminated from employment as a result of abuse directed towards a person with disabilities.
This law is vitally important to ensure that the people who most need our care are protected.
Senator Michael Moore submitted the letter to the committee chair requesting favorable, timely action on the bill. A disturbing discovery in Auburn as police find more than 60 animals living in a home. After further inspection, police say the cats and dogs were living in boxes covered in waste. The home has been deemed unfit to live, and tonight we're hearing from police and neighbors. Our Cam Jandro has the story.
Dozens of cats and dogs are rescued from this home in Auburn. The animals were found in what police are calling unlivable conditions.
There was a very strong odor of ammonia, conditions that were filthy and unfit for both human and animal living.
According to police, neighbors and people who have bought animals from homeowner Jean-Ann Anger have filed complaints against her for the last 25 years. The department searched the Buron Terrace home after another one this week.
Just reported they had been in the home within the previous 24 hours and they were offended by the conditions.
The town's animal control and the Animal Rescue League of Boston took custody of 61 cats and dogs. Investigation specialist Lieutenant Alan Borgel says some of the animals were kept in boxes and cages, and some were unhealthy.
A lot of them have overgrown nails, matting, urine, stained fur. So we've got a lot of the cats. There were 6 kittens last night that were in very poor condition.
The town's Board of Health declared the home uninhabitable. Police say urine and feces filled the inside. Neighbors say they noticed a lot of dogs, but are still shocked.
Makes me feel kind of bad for the animals. All I've seen is a couple little puppies. That's all I've ever seen. Had no idea.
Mills says the owners were selling some of the animals online, and they will face charges.
The owner of the home will be charged, but has not been charged yet, with animal cruelty and running a kennel without a license, or operating a kennel without a license.
Cam Jandro, Worcester News Tonight.
The city of Worcester announcing Wednesday they're suing pharmaceutical companies and distributors of opioid products. The city will be seeking reimbursements for the cost, including starting opioid prevention and treatment programs, costs for first responder calls to overdoses, and for Narcan training. The city has hired the firm of Scott & Scott. The law firm is currently representing numerous cities from 5 different states. The city says the lawsuit will be filed in Superior Court. The Worcester Senior Center will be getting a more than $2 million renovation. $1.5 million is coming from the state's MassWorks grant. The money will be going towards improving the center's parking lot, 2 room renovations, including the activity room, and for more security cameras. The state says the money will be also used to renovate the facility's nursing wing into 60 units of senior housing. The city says the first item on the list is to rework and pave the parking lot. Worcester State University hosting a speed volunteering event to help out those who need a meal. Students put together hundreds of Matter boxes filled with foods like Cheerios, granola bars, and applesauce. The boxes were delivered to South High School, the Mustard Seed, and Hotel Grace in the city. Organizers say students were joining in to participate throughout the event, and they filled the boxes in half the time they were expected to.
Like Worcester, a lot of people come here for their 4 years and leave, so it's important to give back while we're here. This becomes our home for the 4 years anyways, so it's really important to give back, and food insecurity is a big issue here in Worcester.
It's really a good cause, and I think it was great for all the students to get involved and just jump in, and if you have 5 minutes and you can put together a box, that's great.
Worcester State University was chosen as one of 50 sites to participate with Ellen DeGeneres and Cheerios' 1 Million Acts of Good campaign. Tonight, a celebration held in the city on the eve of what would be its 170th anniversary as a city, if only we were in a leap year. Our Jenny Zarate has the story.
A gathering at the Worcester Historical Museum celebrates Worcester's 170th birthday as a city on Wednesday night. The museum kicked off the birthday celebration with the announcement of Digital Worcester.
We are here tonight on the eve of Worcester's 170th anniversary. Remember, it's not a leap year. Worcester was made a city on February 29th of 1848, so we're 1 day shy because we can't do it on February 29th. But tonight, it's our opportunity to announce to the world Digital Worcester, a portal through which people will be able to study the history of Worcester.
The new partnership between Worcester Polytechnic Institute and the museum offers easy access to the city's history online. WPI Associate Teaching Professor Joseph Cullen offered us a demonstration.
Digital Worcester now is born as an access point for Worcester's history, featuring historical documents like the city directories from the 1845 to 1920, or many of the annual reports from the city, and even the inaugural address of the first mayor in 1848. So this is it. This is Digital Worcester. You could do it on your phone, a computer, a tablet, and basically it offers a portal to Worcester's history sources. Down here you will find the historic city directories, so we could touch on this and it will immediately bring you into the document stored in a PDF viewer.
Think about how we are all the storytellers of Worcester. That whether it's the Worcester Historical Museum with enormous files and hundreds of thousands of pictures, or maybe we're the small organization that has a book of records that could be digitized, or you might have pictures of your family, the family store somewhere, or someone in your family working in a factory or at war. All those pictures and information and documents that together fill in the sort of the jigsaw puzzle of the story of who we are as Worcester.
And what's a birthday party without sweets? Worcester's handcrafted cupcakery, the Queen's Cups, donated 170 cupcakes to the celebration, one of Worcester's new businesses celebrating the city's history.
Our past gives us a sense of belonging, and it makes us a city. And so the idea of celebrating tonight is providing a portal to that past, so that not only can we share our individual stories and collectively understand ourselves, but we can also share some of our deeper past.
Wallace and a team of friends, colleagues, and neighbors are already planning Worcester's 300th birthday as a town in 2022. I'm Jennifer Zarate, Worcester News Tonight.